I've traveled around the world this year in 2025 through my history books, so let's do another segment of the 2025 Passport Through History Book segment that I've been doing. We've gone from the US, Europe, to Latin America, and now we're landing in some places that no longer exist. First up, we're landing in former Yugoslavia, and the book that I'm going to recommend is a World War II narrative, and that book is called The Forgotten 500 by Gregory Freeman. This is a book about an incredible rescue mission that happens in Yugoslavia during the Second World War, and how hundreds of American soldiers that were stranded there were rescued, taken out of the former Yugoslavia, but also were treated with dignity and respect by the people who lived there. It's a really touching World War II story that doesn't necessarily deal with violence and battles, but really reminds you about the humanity that some people can have even during wartime. Next up, we're going to East Germany, and the book that I'm going to recommend is a book called Stasi-Land by Anna Funder. This was one of my most surprising and favorite books of the year because it's an objective look at what it was like to live through the East German state, what it was like to have surveillance on you all the time, whether you were with the state or against it, and it gives you a really good eye-opening account of what the legacy of that particular state was like for East Germans. And our final destination is the Soviet Union, and the two books that I'm going to recommend include Billion Dollar Spy by David E. Hoffman, which is a thrilling nonfiction book about the most valuable asset in Moscow to the CIA and everything that unravels around this story. And the next book that I'm going to recommend was one of my favorites from the year, and that book is called Motherland by Julia Yaffe. And this book looks at the history of Russia, right from the Russian Revolution all the way until modern day, through the eyes of its women. It's a wonderful alternate portrait of Russian history that hasn't been done anywhere else, and I'm so glad she wrote this book. You should absolutely read it. So that's another segment of the 2025 Passports Through History. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's see where we're gonna land next, and this is gonna be our last destination. Let me know what countries you visited this year, and I'll see you in the comments.